BTS go off into the army, which was published on Tuesday, local time, after BTS members Jimin and Jungkook enlisted for military service. The hypothetical reference to the Beatles was made to illustrate the fact that all members of BTS have begun fulfilling their military service, with RM and V enlisting a day before Jimin and Jungkook. In the article, the BBC sheds light on the situation around members of the K-pop juggernaut's enlistment, reactions from fans, and South Korea's military service system. The article first takes a look at Jungkook's trajectory. The BBC reported that the singer was at the peak of his solo career in New York just 4 weeks ago, only to drop everything to return to South Korea. Noting that his solo album, Golden, and hit single, Standing Next to You, had recently topped various charts and that he had only recently made headlines with a surprise performance in New York's Times Square that drew parallels to Michael Jackson. BBC's coverage of Jungkook's enlistment shows how his return to South Korea to join the military at the height of his popularity has caught people's attention. BBC shared the reaction of fans who were intrigued by the different hairstyles that the members now sported. Gone were their fluffy perms of K-pop stardom, and replaced with eggheads. That is, the buskets of soldiers. BBC also pointed to the controversy over military service privileges that arose ahead of BTS members' enlistment. Because South Korea is still technically at war with North Korea, most men are required to serve in the military for 18 months, BBC reported, but added that there has long been a debate over whether BTS, which they say is arguably South Korea's most famous cultural export, should also be required to serve. For Western audiences, it does seem quite cruel that people at the height of their success have to stop and take a forced hiatus whether they like it or not. Grace Cow, a professor at Yale University, told the BBC. The article went on to share some of the reactions from fans around the world to the K-pop idol's enlistment. BBC said the comment threads of fans on social media were proliferated with crying emojis. On Monday and Tuesday, after the members were shown heading off to the military, Jimin Park, a K-pop academic in Malaysia, told the BBC that he believes that many fans may be experiencing a short depression. On Monday and Tuesday, one of BTS' lesser-known songs released 6 years ago, Spring Day, suddenly shot to the top of the iTunes charts in the US. Spring Day beat out Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You, which had already begun its tenure at No. 1 on the charts with the beginning of the Christmas season. BBC described the attitudes and reactions of fans to the members' enlistment as reminiscent of women who had to send their spouses or loves off to war during World War II. The lyrics of Spring Day go like this. I miss you, saying this makes me miss you all even more. I miss you even though I'm looking at your photo. Times so cruel. Other international news outlets also took an interest in the enlistment of BTS members. Japan's Asahi Shimbun reported that Jimin and Jungkook enlisted jointly. There is a system in the military that allows people to enlist jointly with friends, siblings, or relatives so that they can train together, be assigned to units in the same living area, and serve together until their service is over. Japanese fans of BTS gathered at a cafe in Tokyo, Japan, vowing to wait for their return, Reuters reported. I feel sad, but I think they'll mature more going into the army and come back looking cool, so I'm looking forward and want to wait for them. Ayumi Ito, a 22-year-old nursing care worker, told Reuters. NBC in the US also went in depth to describe a letter the group wrote to fans on the fandom platform Weverse. The New York Times reported that it would be at least a year and 6 months before the members of BTS could hold a reunion concert after completing their military service. For those fans who have started a timer in anticipation of their return, it added that 1 year and 6 months is approximately 547 days, 13,128 hours, or 4.7 million seconds.